was a communication from the Senate. So can you respond to that?
Madam Pro members of this body, members of the Senate, let me say that perhaps there are some misunderstanding. Perhaps it's better for us to make it clear today, because we appeared before the Senate before, and we did inform the Senate that we processed a number of work permits, and in responding, in giving information, in giving information to the Senate to say that last year, 2024, we issued work permit up to in the neighborhood like around 10,000, and about 8,000 of that were regular work permit. And the total we've collected last year was around $9+ million for work permit we issued. But the letter is saying 8,000. The 8,000 are not necessarily all regular work permit. And I probably need to give the breakdown of that 8,000. That 8,000 regular work permit, this is the breakdown, and that the breakdown, we supported the breakdown with all of the, for example, gratis work permit, regular work permit. We made a copy for the Senate. I think we made sufficient copy, and they were distributed among members of the Senate. Take for example, we say non-African aliens, mean the white guys, the white people that come here, and we've given them work permit last year.
The minister on course so that will be clear on what we're doing. The minister submitted to this Senate a listing of people he's giving work permits to, but he left out the category, the job description, the job category. It is that job description category we have asked this minister on official communication more than 5 times to submit. So he get kind and say he has submitted that to the Senate. He knows what the Senate wants. So we see the job description, the category, to determine what is a driver, what is a carpenter, what is a plumber. Then we know for clear that we need to correct them, because that is what is in violation of the law that we want to correct.
I think the report was presented on the Senate floor, and to complete that report, there has been one request by the Senate to give that list of foreigners that he gave work permit to with the categories. I think we've sent several communications, and we've asked you to appear with that list. I don't know what the list was. Instead of sending a new request, they got specific request for the list.
Madam Pro Tem, if you...
Mr. Minister, was I just send it?
Madam. He said during his appearance before the Senate.
The only reason why Mr. Asiago was to present a list of the categories. Can you respond to that, Mr. Minister?
Allow me to complete my statement. I will address the issue of the category that the Senator is talking about.
Do you have the list?
We've already submitted a list. We met over it. We took over a system. This is a
no, Mr. Minister. The only reason why you are here today is to present to the Senate a list of 8,000 work permits that were given to foreigners in the categories of work. Was that submitted to the Senate? Do you have it today?
Madam Pro Tem, we did submit. We submitted listing of all of the work permit we issue, gratis, regular, airport. Yes, they are contained in these documents that were submitted to the Senate. But I can go further to explain that the 8,000 we mentioned.
You have a list with the categories, The document before you.
The system that we have in place that we took over does not say.
Mr. Chair of the Labor Committee, can you respond to that? Have you received the list of the 8,000 work permits to work permit to aliens to all know what job that they want to do? Do we issue work permit to all know what job that they want to do?
Work permit, Madam Pro Tem, work permit that we issue will be issued based upon job classification. Job classification, when we issue bill for those work permit, the bill goes to the LRA. This system we have right now is actually the punching in of those information are done by LRA. LRA collects the money, they punch all those information.
Work permit, not knowing what job they want to do.
The classification that LRA will have will be non-African alien, non-African ECOWAS member state, ECOWAS members. Those categories are there with LRA. That's the one that come back to us.
So that means all the laws that were quoted, all the laws that were just quoted are being violated.
Yes, it's not violated, madam.
But if we're issuing, Sarah Chair, I don't say you risk contempt if you violate those laws. Yeah, risk contempt. So that's how. Okay. So this is a situation that's been on this floor for. Suggestion over 4 months.
Suggestion is subject to exception or rejection.
No, but we just want to inform you on where we are. This has been on the floor for over 4 months. This committee has reported over 3 times we've had a debate and we need this final information for the Senate to make decision. So we can provide you those information so you follow. So right now you're not informed properly about this.
The minister, does the ministry have a share in this collection that is
Can you use a microphone?
I'm asking, the money collected from the work permit, the ministry have a share?
I want us to speak to this issue. We're talking about job creation. And we have all of these debates and the reports that have come on the floor. The issue now is to get the list of the 1,000 aliens. So who are given work permit. We want to see the categories to see why they were given the work permit as per category. And if the categories are categories that Liberians should occupy, then we insist that Liberians take the job. So that's the purpose for this debate.
I agree. The reason why the Ministry of Labor may want to give more job permit because they have a share. And we have been accused because we are not creating jobs for our people. Because I can't understand why the minister will not be able to, in 4 months' time, give us the category of jobs. Because we have requested over what I was in 2 years. And we requested that we wanted the category of job per the information he gave us. Who is he giving job to? Because there are jobs, we believe, more especially for some of us that come from a country that have concessions. We've been accused that we are giving jobs to non-Liberians that Liberians can do. So this is key and important. But I believe the reason why, and look, the freedom of information gave us the information we need to work with. But I believe because maybe the category of jobs that are given to non-Liberians, if you give it to Liberians, you will not get more money to run the ministry or whatever the case is. But I strongly believe that you need to give us the information because we need it. We need it. Thank you.
The fact, if the minister is saying that they're providing work permits with all categories, it is a violation of all of the laws that are stated. They should insist that this minister go back and bring us that list of Thursday with the categories. But before that, you have to tell us the procedures. How does it work? how do you lead to giving work permit? Do you just have people coming to the ministry and you give them a blank check? There has to be a procedure. There has to be forms. There has to be positions for which work permits are given. Right. So it's confusing if you just say that work permits are given without you knowing the category. And all of the rules are there, so it's even more concerning for you to say that. Can you just tell us the procedure that's followed before work permits are given?
Like to issue work permit, you will have to make an application to the ministry that you first must have a resident permit for the immigration, and then you come and say, I'm an engineer, I want to work with, say, metal steel. Then we will issue, okay that request, it goes to the alien registration. They issue the bill and they go to LRA to make the payment. LRA will put the application in the different category, either non-African, airports, or gratis. That's what is done. But let me explain. Let me go further to say that the reason I said this is the category we met was that this is a system that was in place about a year or almost 2 years before we took over. And I'm sure at that time Senator Dillon was the senator yet.
So Mr. Minister, you have a manual process to get the system. That manual process is a form that states the position. Because you have to say you are an engineer, you are an accountant. So from that manual report, you can give us what we need. You don't need to, so if that system didn't provide for that, the manual process, all of those forms that have been filled in provide. I'm Sen.Nyonblee Karnga-Lawrence, I'm a nurse, and I want to work for a certain time. That portion that says that I'm a nurse is what we need. Can we get a list of categories by going through that manual process?
Possible we can do that. The only reason we have been emphasizing on this report that we've been sending you, because this is automated. It's better, but if we have to go through to say, look, every request that comes to us, we have to now do a manual recording of it. It will be like, it will come from us directly. This one you can check.
We're going back to this job creation. We want to make sure that we find jobs for Liberians.
And we do that.
Okay, so we have to go back to where we came from to get the 8,000 positions.
What time do you need?
Yeah, if you have to give us time, the automated system is not going to help us, the manual system will help us. We want you to commit to something and give us the time to go and put that report together and come back. And we will follow what is suggestion. Can we get a suggestion from you from that, because it's there.
Weeks to do that. Even within the 2 weeks, we'll try to do as much as possible. That means we're going to go back to the bylaw of those records to now do a manual recording and then have it there or put in the computer to bring it.
Mr. Minister, this is intended to help reform the ministry and to help the country provide jobs for our people. We'll take your word for 2 weeks. Secretary of Senate, please do a communication to that. 2 weeks is June 3rd. Please do a communication for my approval before you send it out to people. With that, we'll get a motion to